tuned in to the premier program for all of your business resources, Small Business NOLA, with your host, Ruben Betige.
What's up, guys? I am back. I'm Nikki Perry, and that was one of my favorite videos, guys. If you don't do nothing in 2020, make sure you do you. Don't stress out. You know, just make it a pact to always take care of you first and then everybody else later. And also, we was talking about the Right Choice Project. December 1st is World AIDS Day. Call 985-224-2199 if you want to find out some information about how to get tested. They're going to be doing testing and all types of resources dealing with the AIDS virus and HIV on December 1st. Now, I'm back, and this time we're talking law. I have a lot of questions for this gentleman here because we always need to know our rights. How you doing, Mr. John?
Hey, good afternoon. How are you?
So, tell the people your last name because I don't want to screw it up.
Sure. My name is John Radzewitz, and I'm the attorney who owns Crescent City Law.
Crescent City Law. And tell us, what type of law do you guys do over there?
We mostly do criminal defense. We also do traffic tickets and expungements as well.
Okay. So let's talk about traffic tickets first. I'm not one to get a lot of traffic tickets. I try to stay in my speed limit, and I don't like traffic tickets. But if you get a traffic ticket, I know sometimes you be like, oh, I'm not worrying about it. I'm going to just go and pay the fee. Is that a good thing to do, to just go pay the fee and not consult with an attorney? What
No,
you think?
I think the best thing to do is to hire an attorney to fight your traffic ticket. Many people don't realize that when you simply plead guilty to a traffic ticket, you're admitting fault for the ticket. Your conviction is going to be reported to your driving record, and ultimately your insurance is going to go up. Traffic tickets also have an impact on your credit, so it could cost you more money to get a loan, get a car, or purchase something in the future. But ultimately, what we're able to do is save people a lot of money by getting cases dismissed or reduced, and then of course keeping them off your record long term.
Now you said it goes on your credit. I never knew that. So can you kind of
Right. So when things get reported to the DMV, they get reported to what's called the National Driving Compact. The National Driving Compact is one of the agencies that your credit agencies like Experian looks at
okay.
while they're making decisions about whether you're a risk for credit.
Right. Okay, I got you. Okay, now, why should you just not plead guilty? I mean, because I know you go there and they say, well, you might just plead guilty and I'm going to lower your fine. Is that a good thing to do? I mean, if the DA telling you when you go there, instead of you just seeing the judge first there, you see the DA and he tells you, okay, just plead guilty and I'm going to drop it down to this ticket instead of that ticket. Is that a good practice for someone to do?
Well, I mean, I think there's two things you should know there. One, that the DA doesn't represent you.
Right.
Second, the DA is the prosecutor. So when he's offering to have you plead guilty to something, he gets a benefit by having the ticket. He gets credit for your conviction.
Wow. See, that's why I asked that question, because that's something I did not know. And I've had it happen, and I've known people to have it happen, that, when you go there, so it's best to go to trial?
No, I don't recommend always going to trial in every case. Many cases can be worked out by a plea deal. Many cases can be worked out with the district attorney by us showing that there's evidence in your favor, that you have insurance, that you're able to demonstrate to the court that you shouldn't be convicted of the traffic ticket itself.
Okay.
Trials, I think, are reserved for cases where no deal can be worked out or where you're accused of doing something very, very serious. And the DA's office is doing what's in the public's best interest by having the trial in your case.
Okay, now, let me ask you this question, and I know you didn't talk about it. The red light tickets. Do you suggest people pay those red light tickets?
My firm doesn't represent people for camera tickets at all.
Okay.
They're not moving violations.
Okay.
So if they're just civil violations like an expensive parking ticket. If you are cited for a camera ticket, my recommendation is to pay it.
Okay.
My firm can't help you with that.
Okay.
If you simply pay the ticket online, the only thing it's going to do is cost you money. It's not going to be reported to your driving record. It's not going to cause your insurance to go up in any way.
Okay.
However, if you don't pay them, of course, there are consequences, like having your
Car booted.
car booted. That's right. You could also have issues renewing your license and renewing your registration in
really?
the future.
I didn't know that either. Okay, let's go to misdemeanors. Now, when you get a fine or something and it's a misdemeanor account, how do that affect you as far as, like, say if it's a misdemeanor charge but you go to jail, and do you need to fight that? Do you need to get an attorney, or it just depends on what it is? If it's just something.
So yes, anytime that you're charged with a misdemeanor crime, there's a possibility of future jail time. In addition to the night that you might have spent in jail before you were released, there's a possibility of future jail time. And you don't know what your rights are. You should hire an attorney, or at least consult with an attorney to determine, one, whether your arrest was lawful, two, whether you have any defenses to your case. And those can be both procedural and evidentiary. So procedural defenses might be there was something deficient in the way that you were arrested, so the cop didn't read your Miranda rights to you. The second would be a factual defense. So for example, I didn't do it as a factual defense. If you're accused of stealing something but you purchased the item, you might have a factual defense that only a lawyer might be able to express on your behalf.
Right.
The other reason you should hire a lawyer is obviously the Constitution gives you a right not to testify, and a right to have a competent lawyer represent you at trial.
Right.
So when you hire a lawyer, you're hiring someone to speak on your behalf so you don't have to take the stand. But you're also hiring somebody to competently ask questions of the people who accuse you of that crime, to basically poke holes in their story.
Okay, cool. All right, well, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we have more questions for Crescent City Law Firm. Mr. John is going to try to answer everything that I can think of. We'll be right back.
You are now tuned in to the premier program for all of your business resources, Small Business NOLA, with your host, Ruben Teej.
We are back. Now let's talk expungement. How important is a record being expunged?
Getting a record is very important. One of the most important things that happens after someone is convicted is that the record stays with them forever. And many people, after they've completed their debt to society, want to be able to set that aside. They want to be able to gain employment, and they want to go back to school. Many people contact me when they're about to complete their degree or when they're entering the job market and realize that they're embarrassed about their conviction. What my firm is able to do oftentimes is set aside the conviction, dismiss the conviction, and then ultimately help you hide that record from many agencies or many places where you might go work.
That's great.
Ultimately, that'll help you get better jobs, go further in the community, and be able to help your family more.
That's exciting. But thank you, Mr. John, for sharing with us. Anyone need your assistance, give us your information. Where's your office located? Give us some phone numbers, some social media information.
Sure. My office is located at 540 South Broad Street in New Orleans. That's across the street from the criminal and traffic courts in between Tulane and Grave, here near the corner of Tulane and Broad. My website is crescentcitylawfirm.com, and I can be reached at area code 504-264-9492.
Thank you again, guys, for sharing with me our last day. Small Business NOLA will definitely be back next year. Make sure you go follow me, Nikki Perry, on IG, Nikki Perry on Facebook. Make sure you get the Nikki Perry collection. And also, Small Business NOLA is teaming up with A&N Studios to bring you the Neighborhood Awards. If you want to be a vendor, a sponsor, give us a call, 504-940-8964. Until then, I'll see you guys next year. Happy holidays.
You are now tuned in to the premier program for all of your business resources, Small Business NOLA, with your host, Ruben